What is up, guys? Chef Vapor here, bringing you another video. Today we're going to talk about a couple of things. Mostly this is a juice review, but I also want to kind of jump back onto the Crown 3 that I was talking about the other day in the last video, because I told you guys that I really enjoyed it. If you want to read more or hear more about it, go check out my other video, because I'm not going to cover everything in this video as well. But back when I did that video, I had only owned the Crown 3 for about 2 or 3 days, so I wanted to tell you, more along the lines how it's developed for me so far. And I'm still not disappointed in the slightest. I run this thing at 85 watts. Right now it's reading at a 0.33. It does fluctuate a little bit when it gets warmer while you're using it or while it sits. But regardless, I don't push it out of, because that coil is rated for up to 90 watts, so I don't push it that hard. I'm safe on it, and I think that's only fair to judge the coil on what it's rated at. So I keep it at 85 watts. Now, I've ran 4 tanks of the butterbeer that I talked about in a previous video. I ran 4 tanks through the Crown. I ran 4 tanks of Loaded's Cran Apple on ice, which is a super strong menthol flavor. And then I'm vaping this juice right now, which is a super hard cream that we'll get into. And this coil has not stained. It's not held any bad flavor from the other juice. It just performs like a champ. So I'm here to reinforce the fact that I am a huge fan of the Crown 3. It's one of the greatest tanks on the market for under 100 watts, in my opinion. The flavor is immaculate through this thing. So if you're looking for a trusty, all you care about is flavor, and it blows some wicked cloud too, the Crown 3 is your guy. But regardless, we're going to jump into some juice now. The juice that I am currently going to be reviewing is from a company called Glas. Now, you've probably seen these guys around before. They're a really good company, or they're a really cool bottle, at least. So I've heard a lot of bad things about this company, so I never tried it for a very long time. I was like, no, I'm not going to waste my cash, I'm not going to waste my time on it when everybody says that it's bad. And then as we've learned with the Crown 3, with this, if you guys play games at all or you keep up with that, Infinite Warfare, don't get me wrong, COD Infinite Warfare is not the greatest game ever made, but it isn't as bad as everybody made it seem. A few people or a few hundred people or a few thousand people in that pool, we're just going to say a few people, disliked the video, and then everybody jumped on that bandwagon and did the same. And that's what the internet tends to do, is they tend to find one thing, one person had one problem at one specific point, which was probably their own fault, they just leave that part out. But regardless, one person didn't like something for one reason or another, and then everybody just jumps on and kind of launches and amps that up, and it's a unhyped echo chamber, if you will. So just keep that in mind, guys. That's kind of my preach for the day, is if you want to try some juice or a tank or a mod or something like that, I mean, you're not buying a car or a house off of somebody's opinion. If you're buying juice or a tank or something like that and you think it sounds good, but you've heard kind of hit or miss things, just try it, man. I'm here to tell you, just try it. It's like 20, 30, 40 bucks. And I mean, even if you're buying a mod, I mean, the most expensive mod that I think I've ever held in my hands was like 120 or 130, just the mod itself, not a kit. Now, I mean, I have held some OG mech mod tubes that were worth like 300 or 400 bucks. But regardless, you're not buying a house, you're not dumping your entire life savings into this thing. It's 50 bucks, 30 bucks. Just go out on a limb. If you don't like it and it is that bad, if you give it a full 100% honest shot and you just don't like it, it's only 30 bucks, man. And chances are somebody else like me or another person is gonna like it, so just swap them out. Give them a deal. Hey, 20 bucks, you can have this bottle of juice. I just don't like it. They get a good deal on juice. You get most of your money back. Everybody wins. Just try it, man. Don't listen to the internet all the time. But with that being said, we're just gonna jump right into some juice. Now, as I said before, this company is called Glas. When they are sealed straight from the factory, nobody's touched them yet, they have a wax seal on them. Very cool. And this is a solid glass bottle. Plastic cap just comes off, and then you got your dripper like normal. It looks like a Voss water or something very similar to that. It's very fancy. You feel like a baller and an OG when you hold it in your hand. Very, very nice. 75 ml bottle. And the juice that I'm going to be reviewing is called Milk. M-I-L-K. Very, very simple. Now, they have quite a few flavors in this glass line. And I've tried a couple of them. They are very good. But this one is my favorite. So we're just going to dive right into it. I'm going to show you some more clouds on this mix. I can't tell you for sure because it doesn't say on the bottle what it's mixed at. But it's not super thick, so I'm going to guess it's a 70-30. It's what it looks like. That's pretty standard. 85 watts on the Crown 3 like usual. Look at that cloud for 85 watts, man. Like, phenomenal flavor. Phenomenal flavor. Now, while we're talking about this flavor, I'm going to fill back up on my tank. So excuse me if I'm not constantly looking at you guys. But this flavor, you know, I wasn't a vapor, and I wasn't back then. I wasn't, you know, around enough to try the OG mother's milk that everybody loves and talks about. Wasn't around vaping then, but I'm here to tell you that that is a phenomenal flavor. This flavor, at least. I've only heard good things about mother's milk. Like I said, I didn't get to try the OG. But if you tried Pegasus milk, a dragon's milk, a rabbit's milk, any kind of thing like that, that's a copy or a clone of mother's milk, the OG. And this one is phenomenal. Their flavor description is it's a strawberry cream. And it does come through. There's a little bit of strawberry on your inhale, but it's mostly just works to sweeten that cream up. And then on exhale, you get that nice heavy cream spiked with that strawberry, so it's a little bit sweet. It kind of staggers up a little bit, and it breaks up, so it's not just a heavy cream. It's a very old school cream, and I enjoy it a lot. It's very, very good. And then on your exhale as well, you'll get a little bit of cinnamon. Now, I don't want to say that and deter you guys from it. It's not a red hot cinnamon, like it's not spicy. It's like the seasoning cinnamon that you would put in a cappuccino or a latte or something like that. It's just this tiny, it's just sprinkled in there. It's not heavy, but it kind of breaks everything up again. Like I said, if you've tried a Pegasus milk or a mother's milk, if you're that fortunate, or something of those lines, this is another one of those. But this is done very well. This is probably one of the best renditions of a Pegasus milk or a mother's milk that I've ever tried. Like I said, you get that sweet cream on inhale, and it comes through on the exhale, but then you get those heavy notes spiked with that little bit of cinnamon that breaks everything up. It's overall phenomenal, phenomenal flavor. So if you're a fan of mother's milk, or you're a fan of a Pegasus milk, or you're just looking for an old school cream, you want to go back to the roots like it used to be, these guys are phenomenal. Now, Glas does make a few flavors. Like I said, they make a Pebbles PBLS, which is like a Fruity Pebbles macaroon. They make a pound cake. They make a OFT, which is a watermelon, saltwater taffy, and a strawberry bubblegum. Phenomenal flavor as well. They make a few flavors, but this milk is ungodly good. If you're looking for an all-day sweet vape, you get that sweet cream. You get, I mean, you get everything in this. It's phenomenal. It really is. So definitely check these guys out. I highly, 12 out of 10, recommend Milk. Phenomenal. But any by this company, like I said, you feel like an OG when you're holding it. So it's pretty dope. But regardless, phenomenal, phenomenal flavor from Milk. Definitely check it out, guys. I'm not going to make this too long-winded. We're just going to end it here. Like I said, I cannot recommend this juice enough. Glas Milk is the bomb. The bomb. One of the best cream flavors that I've tried in a very, very long time. As well, the Crown 3, like I said, in my personal book, in my personal opinion, it is the greatest tank for under 100 watts. I'm a huge smoke fanboy, and I think it beats out the TFV8 Baby Beast, to be personally completely honest. But with that being said, Crown 3, amazing. Glas Milk, amazing. You guys can go follow me at chef_vapor on Instagram, if you guys have an Instagram. I try and post there. Sometimes I forget and I'll just take a Snapchat and send it instead of uploading it to Instagram, but I do try very hard to keep that relatively updated at least. So you can follow me there, chef_vapor. If you enjoy this video, smash the like button, hit the sub button if you guys aren't subbed, that way you don't miss any videos that I make, because I try and make these quite often. I'm super pumped. I'm loving this juice, I really am, and I'm a little bit energetic today, so I apologize, but thank you guys so much for watching. Like I said, if you've got any questions, just like on any other video, comment down below. If you've got any comments, let me know. I read them all, and I do try and respond at least to most of them throughout the day. So thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. I will see you on the next video. Keep on vaping.